I invite you to come along with us on our trip deep into the Arizona Strip, where the roads are rough, the views at the north rim of the Grand Canyon are spectacular, and unlike the south rim, there are no buses loaded with tourists. In fact, there are hardly any people at all. Good morning. It's day 6, Saturday, September, whatever. Just leaving the campsite, headed for St. George. Beautiful view this morning. On the road to St. George, beautiful. Coming down into this valley. Boy, this is a long downhill. And that must be St. George down there in the valley. And until I got on pavement, from the time we got on dirt and skied, did about 360 miles of dirt. Well, we came down off of that mesa in front of us this morning, and we've eaten and been shopping at Walmart and gotten gas at the Pilot truck stop, and we're headed back into the Arizona Strip. I must say I'm surprised to see as much color in the plants as I'm seeing. I was expecting to see more brown, but there's a lot of yellows and the greens are in pretty good shape. Well, we made the turnoff to Mount Trumble. I thought it was back there, but apparently not. Well, those cliffs might be the Hurricane Cliffs.
Oncoming traffic. Copy, oncoming traffic.
And that must be the Mount Trumble Schoolhouse. The Mount Trumble Schoolhouse was built in 1922 and functioned as a school, church, dance hall, and a town meeting place. It continued to be used as a school until 1966. We are getting close to the campsite at the head of Trail Canyon. Should be able to find a pretty good campsite up here. This is our view for a campground on Saturday night. You can see the other side of the canyon lit up by the sun. Here's our campsite for tonight at the top of Trail Canyon. Our campsite is right at the head of Trail Canyon, and as you can tell, it's very breezy. Everybody's tucked in the trees. Miner's tucked up behind Kurt there in the silver 4Runner. There he is again, our fearless leader, Bruce. Well, good morning. It's day 7, which is Sunday. Charles, Chuck, and I are headed for the Barton Ranch and then out to Whitmore Point. Miner, Bruce, and Kurt are going to go down Trail Canyon into Parashon Canyon, expert 4-wheel drive only. Our road to Barton Ranch and Whitmore Point, we're going to backtrack to the Mount Trumble Schoolhouse that we saw yesterday, and then go to the Barton from there. Barton has showers, paid showers. We made the turn at the Mount Trumble Schoolhouse. It's about a 13-mile run to the Barton. Looks like a father and son team.
Looks awful young to be driving that thing, but what do I know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Training days. Back in the 70s when I lived in Phoenix and Prescott, I had a sand rail with Volkswagen engine rail frame.
Yep. I had mine ran Pismo Beach more than once.
Yeah. Mine was street legal, so I'd take it out into the desert and do what the razors do today. Oncoming traffic, lots of it. First two pulled off the side.
find a spot where we can get off or let them go over. Getting out of your way, go ahead.
I see it. I think there's one more back there.
Alright, we got space right here. I see a structure up there. Is that the Mount Canyon thing?
Yeah, I do. We're real close. After eating some lunch, we enjoyed the view from the Bar 10 down Whitmore Canyon. We are now headed for the Whitmore Canyon overlook. Had a nice relaxing time at the Bar 10 Ranch. Overlook, 7.1 miles. Oh man! Another wonderful view. We got another 5-6 miles to go to get down to the river overlook, but it's interesting to see the sandstone cliffs and the black lava that's directly in front of us. We are getting much closer to the overlook. And the river, Colorado River, is bottom right of your screen.
Dropping pretty good now, aren't we?
You can see the river again when you come around this corner. And each time we come around a corner, the river is a whole lot closer.
And my tent going swirling down off the canyon wall.
Whitmore Wash flows down the broad base of Whitmore Canyon until it drops about 600 feet in 2 stages before joining the Colorado River. I would love to be here during a rainstorm to see the water flow over the edge. Our campsite had an expansive view of the Colorado River as it wound its way through the canyon. National Park rules forbid open fires and using charcoal within the park, so we were surprised to see that someone had left a fire ring at our campsite. In the past, I've had a mild fear of heights. That was not the case on this trip, as I was able to walk right up to the edge and look down at the river below. We woke up the next morning to the sound of the helicopter from the Bar 10 Ranch. It was coming to pick up the rafters at the end of their trip. We saw their fires and flashlights the night before as they set up camp on the south bank of the river. Boy, that shows you the scale of the canyon like nothing else.
Oh yeah, totally. You know, it does give perspective on how far away the water still is.
Yeah, and how large the canyon is. Just incredible.
All right, here you go, Charlie. They've taken all the rafts down.
Oh, they are right now?
Yeah, there's like one guy in each raft.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the tenders or whatever you're going to call them?
Yeah.
Okay, and they got most of them loaded too, I guess. Well, that's interesting. How would you have to be on that slow boat? This one here looks really full, don't it?
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how in the hell if they're all? This one here is loaded. It
There's
looks
still
like.
2 more.
Let me get my binoculars out.
There's still 2 more back up in the. Yeah.
The helicopter made 3 trips into the canyon to pick up rafters. After picking up a load, it flew back to the Bar 10 where the rafters could have hot showers before flying to a major airport where they would catch another flight to their homes.
Just have a fat chick in there.
You fat guy, come on, don't be sexist on me.
And we are climbing our way up Whitmore Canyon after spending the night at the Overlook. We've got about a 2,500 foot climb from where we were at the canyon overlook back to the Bar 10 Ranch. We are actually traveling across the top of a huge lava flow that happened several million years ago and dammed the Colorado River up. Flowed right down through the valley we're climbing up through to the Bar 10. Every once in a while you see these piles of black rock, basically basalt. Here you can see the black layer of basalt and the red cliffs above. There's the Bar 10 Valley. They run about 1,200 head of cattle. We can sleep in covered wagons. You got an airstrip. You can buy gas there that's real expensive. And I can understand why it would be that expensive to haul it in from St. George. You can go rafting with them. They have all sorts of adventure travel options. And what's really nice is they got hot showers. We are headed away from the Bar 10, headed for Mount Trumble Schoolhouse again, which is the intersection of all the different roads in the area. And then we're going to head east over towards Toro Week. We'll camp, someplace. We turned right at the Mount Trumble Schoolhouse and are headed up and over the Hurricane Cliffs. We are working our way through the forest up to Mount Logan looking for a campsite. It's supposed to be a good one up on top.
Yeah, this is a pretty clear view right here.
A beautiful view.
Yeah. If you like being on top of the world, this is it.
Yep.
Those farmers cleared that out of there. That was all scrub brush at one time. For whatever reason.